Hello, my name's Brittany. Um, you probably know that if you're looking at this channel, or don't care what the name is as long as channel name, whatever. Sorry. One of the major things with me is, especially most recently, is major ups and downs, just drastic mood changes. I just tried to do my first YouTube video just, I think, less than an hour ago, no more than an hour. And I was fine, and now I'm just thinking about all the things, like, why not look for friends? Why not try to go out? Why don't you have friends? Simple things that people ask me and stuff, and they tell me, oh, just try to make some friends, go out. And it's harder than that. Sorry. Sounds stupid, like, obviously you gotta make the step you don't know until you try, and I haven't made the steps that I should, at least. It's more of a fear, irrationalized fear, and some rationalized fear, such as, not really fear, but more like guilt and such. I don't want to make a friend and then just completely push them away because I'm having a depressive day, week, month, and then just completely drop them out of my life because why? I don't know. It's just what I do. And it's not something I used to always do. But when people start to get too close, it's like, I don't know if it's because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up, or if I'm just afraid of how they feel, if they're just gonna be worried about me all the time, or if they're embarrassed by going out in public with me. Just the little things that start to occur. And I live close to a train, so I'm sure you can probably hear that. Then again, I talk really quiet, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me at all. Whew, I know it's stupid, some of the things that I think, but a lot of the times it's really just me trying to be cautious, not just for myself, but for other people. Sorry, you can see the little indiscreet mess. I really hope that I can figure out how to cut stuff out. And if you hear any gnawing or anything, that's Haley chewing on a bone. I'm sorry. I don't think it's that loud, so hopefully the mic won't pick it up. When I get in moods like this, it's also sometimes harder to think, which can be scary. An episode that I had recently was, I call them episodes because I never know which thing it's caused from anymore. Normally I can, but with the new ones, it's just easier to just say episode. Like the major confusion, dizziness, and then when that starts, normally lots and lots and lots of stuttering or not being able to speak pretty much at all. Like, you're able to, but you can't think of words, or you get so confused that you don't really know words, or how to function. If you haven't experienced it before, then you you'll never know how scary that really is. To be so young or so old, no matter what age you are, and to think that you're losing your motor functions, that you will not be able to communicate nor think, and to just know that it's happening bit by bit. Able to think and worry about it every day, and then worry, is it going to happen now? Is it coming close? Will it happen today? Will it happen when I'm shopping again? Will it happen with people coming up to me or trying to take my service dog away from me because they want to help me? I'm trying not to be too emotional now, because I know no one wants to deal with that crap. But I also want to keep it very real. And I want people to actually understand, or try to understand, what it can be like. I used to enjoy things like reading books, for example. I'm looking at my TV stand with some books on it now, a whole shelf to them. But every single one, I look at it, I pick it up, even my favorites that I could reread 1,000 times, and when I pick it up, thank you, Haley. Yes, I know. Thank you. Yes, Mommy's getting emotional. Sorry, thank you. But every time I pick it up, I either continue to think about it, or I'm getting alerted. I need to stop for a minute. I had to take a break, because I was getting alerted. And it was by Haley, which was really good that she was alerting me, because she's really good with her senses, but she hasn't been taught too much on how to alert when there's an issue yet. Like, you can tell, like, she'll come up, especially if, like, I'm crying, she'll come lick my face. The first time when there was an incident episode, she actually, and I wasn't crying, I was very confused and dizzy, sitting on the kitchen floor. And it was the first time Izzy seemed scared of me. And I don't remember lashing out or anything, but I do think I remember everything, you know. But she backed up, looking at me, literally backing up, facing me very slowly, like lifting her paw and like slowly setting it back down, like 3 whole steps. And the sad part is I couldn't comfort her. I couldn't call to her. The last thing I had said was DPT, which is deep pressure therapy, for her to come lay on me or press on me, when just to ground me, to make me realize like I'm there, muscle tension release, just a lot to do with feels and what it says, pressure therapy. She ended up, but after saying DPT, anyways, Haley, after Izzy got over that, she came over to me, and good girl, Haley, good girl. She came over to me, and she sat in my lap, in between my legs, and Haley was doing bad things. She noticed I wasn't going to her or calling to her, and I was zoned out. Like, I remember it, but I wasn't there again. She was doing little things like being bad, like she picked up something she wasn't supposed to and walked out of the room to see if I'd say anything, and when I didn't, she came back in. She didn't tear it up or anything, she just came back in, and I think she noticed, like, okay, something's wrong. And when I tried to yell at her, all that came out was D, D, D. And the only reason I can think is because the last thing I said was DPT. That my mind was just trying to keep saying the last I could remember or process or whatever. And then she came and sat right in front of Izzy, exactly how she was sitting, and just stayed there with us. So she knows how to pick up on it, and she's learning very fast. And I've only had her for a few weeks, so it's really good. But like I was saying, a lot of people's biggest fears, even mine's been this even before any of it. Of course, not when I was a child. I didn't think of things like this, but when I was at least 11 or 12, I started thinking this. My mom was a nurse, so I knew about things like this a lot more than most kids do, but most people's biggest fears are drowning or burning in a fire or being locked in a room and starving to death, like lots of things. Maybe even freezing to death or heat exhaustion, heat stroke, whatever. Lots of very rational fears. And I know mine's rational, but it's different than most. Mine has always been not with death, but and not dying alone. I hear that a lot too. Being in a vegetated state, but still being there. Maybe not even having your mind fully, which is even worse, but just being trapped. Just trapped. Nothing you can do. Nothing to stop it. Nothing to fix it. And no way to even end it if you wanted to. So, when this stuff started happening to me, it's very emotional for me. But I feel even if that hadn't been my biggest fear, it'd be very emotional for anyone. And I'm not saying it makes it worse because it was my biggest fear or anything, not at all. I just think I may not be handling it as well as I should. And that so many people have gone through so much worse, but deal with things so much better. And I know that's going to be annoying for the video. That's a squeaky toy by Haley. And playing the orange squeaky toy today is Haley the Honey. That's pretty much all I gotta say anyway. Yippers.